Hello, and thank you for tuning in to a podcast called Born to Be a Star, because you are a star wherever you are, regardless if you live in the United States of America or any other country residing in the world. You're a star. Life wants to tell you what you can't do. I'm just here to tell you what you can do. People want to limit you and tell you what you're able to do based on what they think, what they feel, their beliefs, their thoughts. Ignore them. Regardless if it's religion or someone's preference, live your life, man. Don't be so concerned about what people have to say, because people always have things to say. You have to recognize your star power. You have to recognize that you can do things. You have to recognize how worthy you are of your life and how much you can accomplish, how much you can succeed, and how amazing you are. And if no one else tells you you're amazing, if no one else tells you that you can do something good, if no one else tells you how awesome you are, I'm here to be that person to tell you that. I know I speak for many when I say there's been times when I've heard people say things that have really made me question myself, question situations, and question if I was able to accomplish something. And I just want to tell you, there's nothing you can't do. I want you to know that, okay? I want you to know that just because one door closes and another one opens and you feel like, how am I going to get through this, or how am I going to do that? That does not mean it's not possible. It just means that you're going to have to do it or figure it out. And you can figure it out. And you can do it. I worry sometimes that there's not enough powerful words being spoken. There's not enough powerful entities to tell us what we can do, what we can accomplish. And typically the positivity or whatever, or the happiness that exists, it's all flawed and fake. It's all capitalistic. It's for gains. It's not real. It's not authentic. It's bullshit. And that's what concerns me, as a young woman, out here trying to make it in this world, trying to do something with my life. Ask somebody that is here. I'd like to think that all the things that I've done, all the time that I've navigated, that I've put into this life, meant something. And I'd like to think the same thing for you. I'd like to tell you on this Monday that you're amazing. You're handsome, you're beautiful, you're talented, you're authentic, you're one in a million, one in a trillion, one in a zillion. And I would also like to tell you, don't give up on yourself, man. Don't say what you can't do. Don't look at the negativity in a situation, and don't think that you're limited. Don't think that one person has more luck than you, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. Because it's really easy to feel like that, isn't it? I can't do this. Look at this situation. I've done that to myself a million times. Oh, this is so difficult. This is so hard. Yeah. Don't feel like that. Anyways, let's get into the podcast. Remember that you have star power and you can do anything you set your mind to. Do everything that you dreamt of. Live your dreams during the day with the sunlight, and also dream your dreams at night with the moonlight. And be someone that's unforgettable. Be someone that's irreplaceable. Live your life so that the story was always told and you'll never be forgotten. Cheers to your Monday. Moving on to my favorite part of our conversation. No media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they lie to us anyway. Bro, it's Monday, and these morons aren't on vacation. Maybe they got back last week or something. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to the news. I stopped listening to TYT. I'm not listening to these progressives anymore. I don't care what these news stations have to say. They're all crappy, man. They're all being paid, and it's all publicity. It's just like these, like, famous people that have fame for dumb reasons. Like, and I don't want to be insulting to people. Like, I don't want to keep pointing out that the only reason anybody knows why Kim Kardashian exists is because she had sex with whatever that guy's name was. Was it Brandy's brother? I can't remember his name. Or some dude. I can't remember his name. I don't want to point these things out. Honestly, I don't care. I don't even know why you care. Who cares? Like, who cares? The media is owned by the richest people in the world. They get to dictate what we see on the media. No one's holding Biden accountable. Okay? There's that. Why aren't they holding Biden accountable? It's probably easier to just pretend like whatever he's doing isn't happening. But it's happening. He's failing. I gotta tell you that Virginia, West Virginia, whatever part of Virginia that was, it's only the beginning. Look how close it came in New Jersey, which is like east and left. A Republican almost won New Jersey, bro. New Jersey. They're not doing a good job. The Democrats are lost. But they've always been lost. I just think they can't hide it as well because you can't fix Biden. He's too old to be the president of the United States of America. He doesn't know what day it is. He's probably going to think it's Easter at Christmas. And he's lost. His conversations don't make any sense. They went to a climate summit in a jet plane. How can you project something or project a voice or a thought process about something that makes no logical sense? You want to promote that you're doing something, yet you're in a jet. Are we really talking about the problem here? No, we're not. It's crap. And I don't care. And neither should you. But really, dude, really. It's just one thing after another. And this Build Back Better isn't better for anybody but poor people. And specifically, people that are in like a poverty level where I guess they don't make a lot of money. This is not helping middle class Americans that are working, that are getting messed over at the tax line, that are getting overtaxed, that are overpaying for everything at the store because of inflation. They go to buy a new car and they get crushed. They go to buy a house and there are none. There's barely any and everything is overpriced. This isn't about us. It's about them trying to make happy a small percentage of a nothing burger. Your big burger, your independents, and your I don't know people, or the Republicans are trying to switch over. It's not happening, man. Like, you motherfuckers are old. Not only are you old, but you're also desperate and sad. Like, I'm so tired of hearing them try to placate and act like it's not just a conglomerate of crap. The media doesn't tell the truth about Biden, yet they wanted to hunker down on Trump, so it's false. The media is crappy. We know that. Okay. Like, if it isn't one thing, it's another. Like, really, dude? Really? Like, really? There's that. None of these bills make our life easier. There's that. It's just never ending. And I'm so tired of hearing the malarkey. Like, when's inflation going away? Whatever you're doing with the oil reserves isn't helping me. When Trump was president, I wasn't thinking about why the hell is gas so much money? Or why is this pasta sauce at Target $12 and the other one's $5? Like, I wasn't having those thoughts in my mind. Like, I wasn't. Like, all the clothes weren't overpriced, and I wasn't thinking about things this way. But here I am thinking about them this way. Why am I thinking about them this way? Because we have morons that run things. And that's a problem, bro. Like, problem. Like, a real problem. a real problem because, like I keep saying, who's going to solve the problem that I'm discussing? Who? Who's going to be the one that's going to swoop in and save us all from these elderly boons that need to be, like, put to bed or put in a coffin or something? Like, death is calling them. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to old people, because I love old people. I love, people that are in elderly homes that have lived their life and they're telling their stories from when they were younger. I love that. You can learn the best thing from someone that's like in their 80s or like, I love that. I love that. What I'm saying though is that Biden can't run the United States of America. He is falling asleep during talks and he is just so stale. Like, we keep having these stale situations and it's concerning. Nothing's changing. For us people on the ground here that are witnessing everything, nothing's changing here. And we should be asking why. It's a great question, right? Why? When it comes to the midterms, we need to get them all out. AOC needs to go bye-bye. I don't want to hear her sad story. She folded for Nancy Pelosi. Do not forget that during the midterms, New York. Don't forget that AOC took jobs away by talking all that smack about Amazon. You can say whatever you want about Amazon, but Jeff Bezos is one of the richest men in the entire world, probably. He's so rich, he doesn't even care about normal things. He's playing with spaceships. Like, dude, really. He's one of the richest people in the world. Did you see him talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? We need to be focused here on what makes the most sense. What's going to put us in a situation where we can prosper as people? Because if we keep electing these buffoons, we're going to get exactly what we deserve. Nothing. Like I keep saying, what exactly is an attribute of Joe Biden? Nothing. What is an attribute of liking a progressive that's not actually in power? Because I'm going to tell you that AOC gave up all her power to Nancy Pelosi. She flipped on that Israel crap. Why didn't she say no? Why? Why didn't she say no? I wonder why. Because Nancy said, you better do this or else. And she said, okay. That's exactly what that conversation was. Do you think she thought about the answer? Want me to tell you? No, she didn't. That wasn't the first time, and it likely won't be the last time. So when these progressives or these Democrats are trying to point a finger at Republicans and tell you one thing or another, I don't really care if Republicans are in power, because I'm still going to have to pay my taxes one way or another to Uncle Sam. He's going to want his money, one way, maybe next week, maybe next month. He wants his money, one way or another. He wants his money, because I'm American and I owe one way or another. See what I'm doing here? I'm telling you, I'm singing a song about taxes, because, like, we can be mad and angry about them, but you know why we pay high taxes? You want me to tell you why? If they keep creating all these stupid ass special things for people that don't need it. People that are in poverty already don't pay for their houses, okay? They already get food stamps. They already get free money from the government. It's called welfare. They don't pay for anything. Their kids get picked up by special buses. How are these people able to get houses and cars and all these things, and none of them have nothing? Explain that to me. Please, someone explain that to me. I can't wait to hear why. There is no explanation for why. This leads me into our next part of the conversation. Before I get into that, let me just tell you, politicians suck. Republican, Democratic, it's all the same. They're friends with each other, and they're lying about it. There's one party, and we, the people that are supposed to vote for them, are invited to it. So don't believe Republicans are on your side. Don't believe Democrats are on your side. Neither one of them are on our side. We're out for ourselves, bro. We're all by ourselves. Lonely and alone. We only have each other. The government is like the worst version of a pandemic that ever hit the United States of America. And until they get obliterated and removed, we're going to be right where we are again in a month. And the next month, and the next month, and the next month. This country is on fire, and nobody's ringing the alarm. Yep. Next part of our conversation, the broken system. But thank you for tuning in to No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed, because they lie to us. They lie to us anyway. The broken system that we live in the United States of America, and mostly every country, is where some moron runs for government, right? They either run as a Republican or a Democrat, or someone wants to stay in power, so they want to kill off other people so they don't have to give up their power, so they can dictate where they live and take money out of the country and do all this really detrimental things to the citizens that live in the country. It's happening in every country, not just here, but everywhere. But you know what? As an American, I don't really want to live in another country outside of Italy when I retire. When we've talked about that before. I don't mind visiting, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I love America because I'm American. It's how I was raised. It's how I grew up. I grew up loving everybody regardless of the color of their skin. Always giving people the best opportunity, even multiple opportunities, because that's how my mom raised me. I don't see color, I see the person. And other people don't feel like that. And that's their thing. And they don't have to feel like I do. But it's important to recognize, how can you be all for one thing and not for another? And I'm all for Black Lives Matter. The whole Asian Lives Matter thing, why do we have to do that? Why do you have to make up things for us to think something? There's nothing wrong with Asian lives. Like, there isn't. Like, they made this big deal about Trump talking about China virus during last year or whatever. Like, it's Trump, man. He's a comedian, bro. Like, he doesn't care. Like, dude. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, because we're talking about this broken system in the United States of America. I love America, right? I love America. I love home. I love knowing that I basically did what I was supposed to be where I am now. I went to college twice. The second time, I don't really know about it. I went because I wanted to do something that I don't know. We've talked about how I got a master's in something that's basically pointless, because teaching is pointless. It is. Like, we need teachers, but you have to be cognitive and fully aware of the fact that you're navigating in a system that's not really helping these children aspire to be amazing in the United States. While I love this country, there's certain things I don't like about the country. People during COVID had about 2 years to figure their stuff out. They were able to get unemployment for basically 2 years. If at this point you can't find a job and you're still claiming that you can't go to work because you have children or something is wrong with you. Also, I don't understand this Build Back Better stuff. I talked about that in the No Media Allowed intro. I don't understand that either, because there's Care for Kids and there's all these other programs that you already created like 30, 40 years ago that you already implemented into our system through the government. Okay? You already have all these programs for free housing, and certain people do need free housing, and they need housing that's budgeted to what they have because they can't afford normal things. Okay, that's fine. So for the people that really need the help, give it to them. For the bummy people that want to claim there's something wrong with them and they want to get all these handouts and they ass can't go to work, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? What's the conversation we're having? Because I'm tired of acting like no one needs to be held responsible. The system is broken because saying you're going to overtax rich people isn't going to solve the problem. Maybe stop implementing new ideas that don't make any sense. Like this whole electric car situation. How are you going to get everybody in the United States of America America to get an electric car in 9 years. Tell me how that's going to work. There's no charging stations where I live. Now, I live in the inner part of the city, in the state I live in, right on like a main road, like in the middle of a town I love in the city, whatever. There's no charging stations there, so I have to drive to one. How far is that? Also, these electric cars are not cheap. They're real expensive. And the discount they want to give you to get the electric car, I want a Tesla. Like, if I'm going to get an electric car, I want that. Like, if I'm going to get an electric car, I'm not going to want a shitty electric car. And there aren't a lot of nice used electric cars. So where does this put me? You think I want to get like a 2012 like Buick electric car? I don't even know the name of these things. Like, there's a Nissan Leaf. How are we doing that? And how are you going to do that to all the people that have cars? How are you going to get rid of all the cars? How? I'm all for getting an electric car. But am I going to get an electric car, the one I want? Like, I want a Nissan, an electric Nissan. Probably an SUV. Because I prefer having an SUV. Like, I live in New England. Like, I want a bigger car. At some point, I'm going to have kids. I want it to be easy to get the car seats in and out. I want it to make my life easier. I like the space, you know what I mean? I'm going to need an SUV. I'm not going back to a car. So for me, it's like, am I really, like, and my car is paid off. So, like, I'm going to have a car loan again. Like, for some people, they're considering that or buying a house or getting a condo or vacations or saving money or whatever. Now you want us to have another problem? Like, how's this going to work? And I've talked about this whole electric idea already. Like, what happens when all the power goes out? What happens if there's an issue with batteries? What happens if they don't have enough people to fix the batteries? They haven't really given it a tryout yet. So how are we going to do that? Why do they have these conversations like they're going to do something and then none of it is rational? There's a question. Also, are we going to put the other cars? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. Like, it's really bizarre. Like, bizarre. That's one problem. Education is the second topic. Broken system. Public education in the United States of America is a disgrace to children. I love kids. They are learning. Teachers are working very hard. Thank you for all the teachers out there that have stayed teaching during COVID and after COVID. And for those that couldn't stand it like I and just was like passed and went into something else, don't feel bad about that. I'm right with you. There's a lot of people that left the education world because it's not worth it anymore. What I witnessed as a teacher broke my heart. Like, it did. These kids, they're not connected to what they're learning. Not only are they not connected to what they're learning, the teachers aren't really into it. They're not teaching because they love to teach. It's about money. And when you put that together, you got a problem. Like, why are you talking about a child's parent? Like, granted, people can be irritating, and you can have whatever opinion you want, but you're stigmatizing a child, like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. They don't know what the hell they're doing at that point. Let them figure it out, man. That's what growing up is for. Like, I just think that education has been spoiled and rotten for a long time, and the way they run things in this country with education is ridiculous. Are we really talking about there being an issue with kids actually understanding what slavery is and what happened in the past? Are they really having these conversations in southern states? Why is that even a topic for discussion? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? The only way you can learn about actual history in this country isn't through pre-K through 8 or 9 through 12. It's in college. And you have to elect to take the class. I remember when I took African American history, I just felt like, do you know that when they have books about Martin Luther King, A lot of the story is not there. Granted, you want to be careful what kids know about certain situations, but also, don't kids deserve to know the truth? Like, don't they? Shouldn't we be providing them with classrooms where they're learning? And why are we making them take these stupid tests that are going to tell them what they're going to be when they go to college? Like, they have all these tests that make no sense. How are you going to depict what a kid's going to be when they're 16? They could change their mind 5 times when they get to college. I could definitely tell you, I changed my mind. My friends change your mind. Their friends change your mind. You're in college and you start majoring in something and you start to realize, like, why am I doing this? I hate this. Like, why would you want to major in biology? For what, bro? Would you going to be a biology teacher? I can see that being the only reason you would want to do that. Like, honestly, if you major in math, outside of being a math teacher, are you going to work at a bank? Or how are you going to use that degree? Like, we can't keep hindering children. These kids need to be learning multiple languages. They need to know how to read. They need to be doing math. These kids can't read. They can't do math. They can't speak sentences. Like, there's literally like 19-year-olds and like probably like, 18-year-olds out there, like teenagers going into their 20s that don't know how to talk. They can't have a cognitive conversation without saying, that be right, or something insane like that. What are we talking about, bro? Like, literally, what are we talking about? I don't know, but it's something. It's crazy, but it's something. The system is broken. It's not just education. It's not just this build back better crap that doesn't make any sense. It's not just the fact that the Biden people and the Democrats suck, or that there's one party and there's 2 people claiming that they're on different sides and they're trying to convince us that they're doing something. It's not just all of that. It's the fact that no one wants to talk about the actual issues here, and there's nowhere for you to hear the truth. Like, I don't give a fuck about another country. And excuse me for cussing, but I feel like my cussing and my anger is validated with the fact that I have to witness this place fall into shambles as a young person. Now, see, I grew up in this shit, okay? I grew up in it. I watched all of it as a kid. Like, here I am. Go to college, you'll figure it out. Okay, I did that. Okay, now you're going to be overtaxed, and now you're going to be treated like this. And then, oh yeah, you're going to go for a house. Oh, good luck with that, because you got student loans and you can't get it. Great. Okay, that's great. But where does that leave me? How exactly am I supposed to survive now? I'm going to have 5 jobs and no life and die? Because that's exactly what's going to happen. You can't have 5 jobs and live. It's impossible. There's 24 hours in a day. And if you have a job that requires you to do a lot of thinking and a lot of navigating around, you're going to lose your mind. It's impossible. It is. Don't try it. Next part of our conversation, outside of the fact that this system in the United States and every other country is broken, and the only way you can fix it is to burn it all down and start again. Because you can't fix corrupted people. Their intentions is corrupted. There's no fixing them, okay? It's not a situation where tomorrow they're going to have a different thought. That's not how this works. The democratic system in the United States of America is only beneficial to the rich Democrats. And there's nothing wrong with being the top 1%. If you've worked that hard to be in that top 1%, then I don't want to keep hearing how we're going to overtax the rich people. That's not the answer. The answer can't always be get some rich person to pay for it. Why do we have to bother, what is his name? The one with Tesla. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Why do we have to bother him to get him to help with world hunger? Elon Musk. What does Elon Musk have to do with world hunger? Elon Musk is smart. He created a car company. He's smart. He figured it out. Ain't nobody give him nothing. I mean, come on. Like, seriously? Seriously. Why? Like, see what I'm saying? We don't have these conversations. Why do poor people always need things for free? Why can't they learn how to earn things? Why is that not the situation? Why can't you learn how to budget correctly or die trying? Why is there always a handout? I don't understand that. But there always is one, and no one wants to talk about it. Next part of our conversation is buying a new car smart. I'd say go used and try to find a deal. Also try to buy a cash, skip loans. If you're going to take a loan, do a personal loan for the full amount and take that out and get it from like a credit union, because credit unions have great rates. Or and try to get a low amount for the APR. And also, I just take a loan and pay the loan. I wouldn't get anything from a car place. Bad, because they like to intertwine things and they like to use a spider web, and it's not worth it. And the car salesmen, they're gross, bro. They just want a quota. It's not about you and what car you need. Like, I found that out the hard way. Like my Honda I had, did I really need that Honda? Looking back on it, I probably could have just spent $5,000 and bought just a car to get around. Like, do you really need to be spending all this money on a car? The moment you buy it, it loses value. It's not worth it. And then you're paying all this money in car insurance. And if you're trying to buy a house or have a mortgage too, do you really want to be paying for that too? It's not worth it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. No. When it comes to a new car, I say buy a used one. And buy it cash or do a personal loan. Do not do a loan through the car company. Rip off. And then they run your credit, and then your credit score is going to go down. Be fully aware of that when you're going to a car place. In fact, I wouldn't really go to like a big Honda place. I would go to like some mom and pop shop or like a big like used car place and get it from there, honestly. Next part of our conversation. Christmas Cherokee. What the hell is Christmas Cherokee? And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. I love Christmas. Christmas loves me, and we're a happy family. What I mean by Christmas Cherokee, spread the love, bro. Like, put your lights up. Don't feel bad about the season. Feel inspired. Get some hot cocoa. Do all the things that make you happy during the season. It's kind of difficult. You know, in the field I work in, I'm constantly dealing with people that are going through a lot of things, and they have a lot of opinions. And when they come and they see me, they want to, like, it's kind of like I'm a therapist too. And I love being that person. It means a lot to me that I get to listen and share. So this Christmas season, why not share your happiness? And why not inspire someone else? Regardless of everything that's going on right now, be that difference for somebody else. I dare you. Christmas Cherokee, which could mean different things. I found that word somewhere and I felt like talking about it. I really didn't look up the definition of it, but I think it means something good. So let's just be happy. Next part of our conversation, other than the fact that I love Christmas and Christmas loves you too, why not wear it? Granted, you know, depending on where you're going, question what you're wearing. But like, if you're going out with your friends and you're looking for something cute and you're thinking in the mirror, I wonder if they're going to like this, why do you have to care about what your friends are going to like? Like, shouldn't you like it? You're wearing it. Like, if you have friends that are going to be judgmental about what you're wearing, I don't know if they're your friends. Granted, your friends should be like, girl, what the hell is that? That don't look right if you're wearing a color that is not your shade. You should have friends like that. But if you got a friend that's just constantly putting you down and telling what you shouldn't do, then that's not your friend. Like, it's not. It's not. Granted, I'm slowly learning the fact that I don't really think I have friends. I just think we grew apart from each other. I went one way and they went another. And that happens. But I'm grateful for the time I had and for everything that happens. But why not wear it? Like, it's cold outside. So when I'm seeing people with shorts on and it's like 30 degrees, I'm saying don't wear that. If I'm seeing people with like stiletto heels and like a mini dress, again, why are you wearing that? But if like you're wearing something comfortable, you shouldn't feel bad about wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Wear it. Okay? Comfort is key, bro. Comfort is key. And if you're looking for some comfortable leggings, please go on Skims because they have awesome clothes, okay? Fabletics too. And I'm not just talking about Fabletics, and I'm not just talking about Skims with Kim Kardashian, which I love her line, okay? And I love her sister too, okay? I love all of them, okay? For different reasons. But I definitely love the Skims. I swear to God, I put the leggings on and I was just like, oh my God. And they have these like box short, like shorts. Like, you know how guys wear like boxers? They're like girl version of boxers. Again, oh my God. And the sports bra, so comfortable, I wanted to cry. Granted, this is more on the expensive side. This isn't your cheap ride of the day life. It's cheap. It's not like that. But it's totally worth it. And you're going to love it. So why not wear it? Wear it. Next part of our conversation. Catching up on Sunday shows. Let's talk about those Sunday shows. Dexter. He's crazy as hell. Just like he was in the first season, which we watched on Netflix. But you have to watch Dexter. Not on Netflix. It's on Showtime. So hopefully you have that so you can catch up with it. I don't know if that's on demand, but you could check and see. Condor. That's on Showtime too. That comes on Sundays. Very good. Ding, ding, ding. Yellowstone. You have to get, what's the name of that app? Some app that I can't remember right now. And you have to watch it on there because you can't watch it on cable. It's on the app now. And someone that's in our family was nice enough to share it with us. So yay. Mayor of Kingstown, that's on that app too. And do we like Hawkeye? I like Hawkeye. It's on Disney Plus. If you haven't started it yet, give it a try. Let me know what you think and leave a comment below. Next part of our conversation, eating healthy leads to less issues. It does. So if you can eat more salads, drink more water, drink less soda, stay away from lots of bread. Granted, you can have it in like moderation, so don't think you can't because you can. So just be careful, man. Be careful. The best time to buy new gadgets for the kitchen is now because it's Black Friday and they're basically just giving everything away. I'd go look around different stores, JCPenney, Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Amazon, whatever. Find those gifts and have fun, man. The power of water. Like I just said, water leads to health. So drink a lot of it all day, man, and enjoy it. Which protein powder is the best? I don't know. I like the TIU protein powder, but the there's a bunch of different ones. There's the Herbalife, and I stopped doing Herbalife for my own personal reasons. It did work, but I don't know. Like, the amount of money I was spending on it was ridiculous, and I don't know if it added up to what I wanted it. There's Shakeology. Well, not Shakeology. There's the Blend Jet shakes. They have different flavors. I just ordered that, but I haven't tried the protein from Blend Jet, but it has good reviews, so I might give that a try. I think I'm just going to stick with TIU for right now because I know that I do good with the different flavors, and I'm just going to stick with my vanilla or vanilla bean. Those are my two favorite flavors, and they also have a cappuccino one that I really like a lot. Honestly, it depends on what you're looking for in a protein shake. I definitely advise you a protein powder. I'd advise you to look around and decide which one fits best with, your goals, where you're trying to get to. Are you drinking the protein shake because you want to build muscle or build fat? Or are you drinking the protein shake because you're trying to substitute it for a meal and you're trying to lose weight, lose fat, become leaner? Like, there's certain questions you have to ask yourself. I do have a lot of experience. I am a coach through Herbalife. I did get validation for that. I do know how to do meal plans and meal preps, and so if you're looking for some help or whatever, just hit me up on here and ask some questions, and I'll send you whatever you want. Anyways, it is the end of our conversation on this Monday. Thank you for tuning in, as always, to Born to be a star, born star, born star, born star. Where you recognize you're a star. You're a star. Wherever you are, don't forget that. You can do anything you put your mind to. Stop listening to people tell you what you can't do and just do it anyway. I dare you. Be amazing because you already are amazing. You already are bright. You already are amazing. Don't let anyone else tell you nothing. I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Bye.